Maya is here. I am love coach, and today we are going to talk about polarity. Polarity is a very big and vast topic, but today we're going to dive into the aspect of polarity, which is letting go. So, what do I mean when I say letting go, and how come letting go is an aspect of polarity? So, first and foremost, polarity is polarized different expressions and roles that you need to play in a relationship in order for your relationship to have the energy and the magnetism and eros and attraction and fire. Relationships that are afraid to go to this polarization and trying to tiptoe within the pretty much similar role, it's usually very safe, very stable at some point or during certain times relationship, but a relationship that doesn't actually excite you, relationship that doesn't make you feel most alive. This is a relationship where if you meet somebody accidentally who feels you alive, would kind of shake and put your world all upside down. So, if you the person who likes to feel a lot, if you the person who wants to have a relationship that make you feel every cell of your body and go to every depth of your soul, you need to create a polarity in a relationship, which means this is there letting go comes in, which means you need to be willing to let go of the typical role that you play at work with your family, with your kids, or with whoever. You have to take off the mask and you have to let the part of you that is slightly more wild, slightly more unpredictable, slightly more raw, slightly more rough, slightly more passionate out. So now let's talk about what are we letting go if we are in a masculine pole in a relationship, regardless of the gender. So if you are in a masculine pole, if you love this go-getter, dominant, raw energy, and if you want to play it in a relationship, do you know what you let go of? You have to let go of control. Yeah, I said that. So here's the thing, for a lot of people to be in a masculine role where you in control, in charge, you have authority, you have this penetrative energy, right? And you lead your partner. A lot of times people choose this role not because of all of that fire. They choose this role because it gives them control. And we as humans beings, we are extremely fragile and sensitive and vulnerable and insecure. And having a control gives us an incredible illusion that we have some kind of sort of power and predictability. So if you choosing the role of the masculine pole in your relationship, because having more control makes you feel great, think again. Because you have to let go of control in a desire to control your partner. Why? Because you can't control another human being. And the more you try to control another human being for various reasons, the more you try to manipulate them, more often it goes very wrong. Maybe not at the beginning, maybe not even in the middle, but definitely towards the end. And the motivation to control somebody will never make the other person truly open up or surrender to you. Their nervous system always going to picking up that something's wrong, something's off, something doesn't work. So do not try to control your partner. And whoever is in a feminine pole, For you in a masculine pole, it's very important to appreciate their chaotic, unpredictable, constantly moving, constantly changing, constantly evolving nature. So you letting go of desire to control them. What you do instead, you actually truly grounding into the masculine essence and the masculine presence, which is steadiness, groundness, integrity, reliability. What I mean by that is you being a reliable person, the person who stands by the word, the person who lays out the structure that's actually not going to collapse with the first blow of the wind. And you ground yourself in that. This is where you find control. You find control into being in your integrity and holding the structure. This is what you can control. Create a structure that will support you and your partner who's in a feminine. But do not be in your masculine because you want to control them. It's going to backfire, really. And then you have to work with me privately for a very long time to heal. So now let's talk about the feminine. What feminine, right? Somebody who channels and wants to be in their feminine pole in a relationship. What is it that you need to let go in order for you to create the polarity? You need to let go of control as well, but through different lenses. You need to let go of your desire to control the relationship. You need to let go of your desire to be in charge of a relationship. You need to let go of your desire to try to plan and predict and put everything in a certain box. Very often, a lot of women, and I'm talking right now about women and those who identified as women, there's a lot of pressure in our today's world where in order for us to succeed and survive, we need to control a lot of things and we need to plan and we need to be in charge. But if you want to have a juicy relationship that sets every cell in your body on fire and you can touch the depth of your heart, you cannot be that in your relationship. Your relationship should be the place where you respond, where you initiate through inspiring versus giving the to-do list or booking everything, where you leaning back, where you letting go of control so you can surrender. And here's the thing, surrender to another human being, no matter how much you're attracted to them, is actually the scariest thing in the world. It requires a lot of trust, not so much into them, it requires a lot of trust into yourself. It requires to know your yes, to know your no. It requires to be comfortable saying no. It requires to be comfortable setting boundaries. It requires to be comfortable even leaving the relationship. So if you cannot let go of controlling the way relationship going, the biggest problems in a relationship is not a man or whoever holds the masculine pole. It's actually you. There is something that you don't trust within yourself. Because when we don't trust, we control. Makes us feel safe. We're going to continue the conversation about polarity and we're going to dissect other parts of polarity. But right now, I'd really appreciate if you like and especially comment and tell me what blew your mind. What was triggering for you? What is it something that you maybe disagree with me or something that you like, oh my God, Maya, you just changed my life forever. I really would love to get your feedback so we can have more juicier dialogue here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.